It was July in the city, another dark gray afternoon. Business was slow, and I was tired of waiting. Lorenz Detective Agency.
Are you the Green Detective?
That I am.
Listen, I need your help. It's about my husband.
Uh-huh.
You see, I think he's cheating on me.
What makes you think that?
Well, there've been signs. Like the other day he came home and there was a big ketchup stain on his shirt. And then I found candy wrappers on the front seat of his car. So you see, there's a pattern.
Listen, Mrs.
Robbins, Jane Robbins.
I could tell that it was too painful for her to state the obvious, but I'm not one to beat around the bush. Listen, Mrs. Robbins, you think your husband's no longer organic. Is that it?
It's not just that. I don't think he's local or sustainable either. His name is Dan Robbins. He runs a fair trade coffee company. I want you to follow him. I want you to watch every move.
It'll cost you.
I don't care. Just do it.
I knew the type. Organic hemp shirt, purple sarong, a defiant look in her eyes. Everything about her screamed eco-feminist. I wanted her from the moment I saw her. It was as bad as Jane thought, or even worse. Her husband was committing every unsustainable act in the book. Well, Jane, pictures say 1,000 words. And last week alone, I saw him drinking from a styrofoam cup, eating red meat from a fast food restaurant, using plastic bags at the grocery store, and buying individual plastic water bottles.
At least tell me that he recycles.
I'm afraid not. And there's more. That fair trade coffee business?
Sandinista Imports? He imports shade-grown fair trade coffee from Nicaragua.
I'm not so sure, ma'am. See these workers out in the hot blazing sun? Doesn't look shade-grown to me. And in this one, there's someone using pesticides in the corner.
I can't believe this. Oh, also, I found this. I found it in his dresser. What do you think it means?
Means he's flying to Los Angeles to meet with his supplier.
But he meets with his supplier once a week. He told me he was teleconferencing. This is so unsustainable.
His carbon footprint's gotta be like 50 planet Earths.
I haven't stepped on a plane for 5 years. I gave up my car last month.
I couldn't believe it. This woman was perfect. She was really getting under my skin. I never even got a driver's license.
Really? Wow, if only more people could live like you.
Well, we can't expect to stop driving, but we should adopt a cap and trade system like they have in Europe.
You know about cap and trade?
Well, not to brag, but kind of an expert.
I've heard people talk about it, but I'm not quite sure what it means.
Well, someone in the government sets a cap or a limit on what you can emit, and if you emit less than that, you can sell it back to the higher emitters.
Well, I'm not too sure if you can get people to restrain their outputs.
It's not that much fun holding back, but sometimes restraint is exciting.
You sound as if you have a lot of experience with this.
Like I said, I'm an expert. I couldn't get Jane out of my mind. I looked for her everywhere, at every green event, farmer's market in the city. Hey, Jane, hey!
Hey!
Hey, I'm sorry about your husband.
Oh, forget it. I already have. So, I hope I'll see you around sometime.
You hungry? I know a really good macrobiotic restaurant that's right around the corner here.
Yeah, that'd be nice.